We're live.
Cool.
Yay! I'm
Sam,
home.
You're home.
I'm home.
You
You
brought
guys
your
never
backdrop with
left.
you.
My traveling backdrop caught up.
Yeah.
Yeah. How was your trip?
It was all right. It was actually a good time. We got to see a bunch of Atlanta for once. We usually don't get to see much of it.
That's cool. Did you do anything American?
Um, we raced slot cars and we got ourselves locked into a room and had 45 minutes to escape.
Oh man, you did an escape room?
I did an escape room.
Oh,
There's
sweet.
we went to a mall and they just had a store there where you could just do escape rooms.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's basically how mine kind of was.
They had like 6 options. It was really sweet.
Oh man, I just want to talk about that. Screw my intro topic. I was just gonna say there's a major storm going on in San Francisco, and like BART stations are flooded. So I worked from home today.
Jeez.
Yeah, crazy. Oh man, escape room. Okay, talk about it. What was the company that did it?
Uh, I think they were just called Mystery Room.
Okay, and
So
what
yeah,
were the options?
I'm trying to remember. There was the Sherlock Holmes room, the Call of Duty room.
Wow.
Yeah, they showed pictures of the Call of Duty room. You could see like a picture of like a poster of the Call of Duty ghosts on there, a bunch of flak jackets.
Great.
Okay.
We did the Royal room. There was also Secret Agent room, which I believe if you actually like solved it, they gave you a year's free of coming into play.
Oh,
But
so is it like their hardest one or something?
yeah,
Okay.
and then I can't remember what the other two were.
What
But
made you pick Royal
we-
Room?
Because they had two different options. 3 were just puzzle rooms, and 3 were actual escape rooms. So everyone wanted to do escape room, so we did that.
Okay. So how
So
was
it was
it? Like,
it was
don't
pretty cool.
don't spoil anything because that ruins the whole thing.
So here's the thing about it. They advertised on their wall that every I think 12 days or every 2 weeks they change the room.
Oh, okay. Seems like it's
So
not a bit of on a smaller scale than the one I did if they have that
it
this
it
many.
definitely is. I mean, we did it with 4 people. The lady suggested, yeah, like usually we have like 8 people try this one.
Okay. Like my thing is they like always have 10. The one
Yeah.
in San
Now
Francisco.
this one you could even do solo if you wanted to, but you'd probably get stuck pretty easily. They also
Yeah.
had a really clever thing too. They had microtransactions. If you got stuck, you could pay $2 and get a clue.
Amazing.
That I don't like that.
I know, but I thought it was funny.
Did you succeed in the time limit?
No, we came close, but we
Okay,
got
that's the exact same as mine. I actually find that that's like the best case scenario because you're like running at the end.
yeah.
Whereas if it was too easy, it'd be like, great, there goes my 20 or 30 bucks, however much I paid for it.
The lady running it popped in at one point to check up on us, and we're like, "All right, well, here's what we got so far." It's like, "Oh, why didn't you open like this thing? You're missing a part." I'm like, "I tried to open it, the key wouldn't open it, and it was stuck, so she just jammed it
Oh.
open for us."
In mine, they had someone in the room playing a role the whole time
Hmm.
who kind of watched over things. She also gave like subtle hints if she saw like someone was like really close but stuck on something, or if she noticed like nobody was seeing this thing. Like to me, no one had checked this one area, and she just kind of came over and just started kind of went like, "Hey, what's underneath that?" I was like, "Oh, I don't know," and then I found a clue and stuff. So, which I kind of liked. So what is the royal room? Is it like
It was supposed to be like a castle room.
okay?
So the idea was you're in like a room in Buckingham Palace, but everyone in your tour left and they were going to Big Ben. Like they had a little sheet there with a description of the setup, and that you got hints from that, and then you kind of went off of there. You had to figure out what the code for the lock was to get out of the room.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Did you have fun?
it was a good time. Next time I go back, I'm definitely gonna ask to go there again.
Escape rooms are cool. Yeah, they're popping
Escape
up
rooms
all
are
over
really
the place.
I'm so happy. Like that was a good time.
I know Seattle has some. I think Vancouver might.
I don't think Calgary has any yet. We
I
need
don't
to
think
get
I've
some.
heard any in Calgary now, but yeah, I know San Francisco does and various other places. They're cool. They're cool.
So yeah, someone linked actually the site in the chat. That's where it was. Mystery Room.
Yeah, I think the company for San Francisco ones are like Escape Room, and I know they're in like Seattle and Los Angeles as well and stuff like that. They also do like bigger events. Like they had one recently. It was Escape from the Auction House, where they rent out like a big facility and set up a thing in there. Because I know they've done like Escape the Bank and Escape from the Ship before, where they rent out like this ship that hangs out in the bay all the time and whatnot. So that would be cool to try.
Yeah, no, that we also went to a Dave and Buster's, which I've never seen before, obviously because it's American.
What is that?
It's a giant arcade restaurant.
That's cool. Like a Chuck E. Cheese?
Yeah, for adults though.
Okay. So like a ton of fun?
It was fun. I
meant like
play...
the place Ton of Fun. Do you remember Ton of Fun?
No, never heard of it.
That's in Calgary.
What?
The joke is actually it's also for kids, but it's like it's like Bonkers. You know Bonkers?
Yeah.
Do you remember Bonkers?
Yeah.
No? John, no? Nothing? Okay. All right, you know Chuck E. Cheese in which they had like the forts you could kind of climb around in?
Yeah.
Bonkers was like a bigger version of those, just the forts with a smaller arcade. But the big thing was, I'm going to take my kid to this like indoor jungle Jimmy place. And then, they're going to get distracted for an hour. And then Ton of Fun was a bigger version of Bonkers that was just kind of this huge like warehouse full of this jungle gym where you'd climb over and there's ball pits and foam things to hit. I was in a lot of like after school cares growing up.
Okay.
So they would just, or like summer camp kind of stuff where they would take us to those places. So, ton of fun. Man, those are cool. Bonkers. I haven't said bonkers in years.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. We should do this podcast.
All right. Bonkers is a TV show as well, and they made a game for it, and we talk about games here in the Top 10 Perspective. I'm your host this week, John. It is December 11th. I'm joined as usual by Sean.
Yeah, it was amazing.
And Paul.
Hello.
Oh, wait. Comment says there's a Dave & Buster's in Ontario. I thought there weren't any in Canada.
I have no idea.
That's news to me.
I remember the Chuck E. Cheese in Calgary got changed to like Raccoon Tycoon or
What?
Fun,
No, it's
Fun
definitely
Tycoon.
it's definitely still Chuck E. Cheese.
Then maybe there's multiple.
I think there's only one Chuck E. Cheese in Calgary.
It was definitely like a Fun Tycoon or something at one point, and I remember because we went there and they were like, "It's all you can eat ice cream," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh!"
All right, that sounds pretty sweet.
And it was the ice cream where it comes out looking like a kind of like a star shape, but that has flavors on like the edges.
Oh, yeah.
It had a bunch of flavors, so it's like I gotta have every flavor.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, well,
Or do you mean like just like the custard? Like no.
no, it's ice cream. Paul, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, it's a soft serve machine it comes out of.
Yeah. But it's like the ice cream is only vanilla, but then there's like syrup flavors on the edges of it, and that would depend whatever flavor you got. So you could say, I'm gonna get the blueberry one, and then it comes out with blue syrup on the edges. So
Sweet.
yeah.
All right, let's kick it off with Paul. What are you playing?
Bayonetta 2. I was actually
right.
playing that right now. I turned it off to go get a drink of water and come on this podcast. It's actually still playing right beside me here.
What? How far are you?
Maybe about 2 hours. So like
Which chapter?
2, I guess.
Oh, really? Okay, I thought you'd be a bit
Something
further.
like that.
But that first chapter is pretty good, eh?
Like the prologue or the first, like chapter 1.
The one with the jets.
Yeah, the
You just
prologue.
really love that jet chapter.
Well,
It's
it's like-
so good. It is so good. Like,
Yeah, like they're Christmas shopping, and then
Yeah.
jets happen, and then like demon dinosaurs.
All right, you
happen.
didn't mention Christmas shopping.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bayonetta 2 is set during Christmas time.
it is. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
So it's
So there's
extraordinarily
your Christmas
appropriate that I'm playing this right now.
Exactly.
But John, you know Bayonetta, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you know
this
her
is
personally?
crazier.
Yeah, I know. I hang out with her all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. This is like starts off even crazier than that game ends. It's weird.
What? That's
It's-
impossible.
It's not.
That game ended real. That was crazy at the end. You know that.
I'll say one thing to you. She loses control of one of her demons and it attacks her.
Ooh. Okay.
It's so good. Oh my god,
Alright.
the first
Is it-
fucking
Alright.
chapter.
I can't
Definitely
wait till you get
interesting.
to like chapter. It's like 4 or 5, but eventually it was just like, wow, that last chapter was like really good, and then the next one was even better, and then the next one was even better.
I will
Like, it's
admit, when you start the game, like when you start, it's kind of doing like a backstory reading, like a voiceover thing, and you're just kind of fighting and doing whatever during it. It's like the intro. I was just like, I don't know if I really want to play this right now. The prologue starts, and like the parts that we're talking about, it's like, okay, I'm in. Here we
Yeah,
go.
it's so good.
Because
so
it's not
good.
crazy enough at the very beginning. It gets crazy during the beginning, like, chapter. And then it keeps going up, so...
So good. And there's this one part where you're like surfing on some kind of like tube wave while the boss is throwing churches at you.
It's a platinum game.
You have to play Bayonetta 2.
I will at some point. I have to play it for Goaty anyway, so.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to hear next week how much further you've gone through it, Paul.
Like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not far enough in it to make a like actual opinion on it yet for like a Game of the Year sort of thing. But Bayonetta 1 was on my Game of the Year, and this is already proving to be like crazier. So I don't know what that says for that, but we'll see.
Cool.
Game of the Year is gonna be nuts, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know. It's fuck, man. This game's weird.
But it's so good. It is so good.
It is pretty good. It got its hooks in me. It didn't at first, like at the very beginning, but after the prologue, that's when they were just firmly into me. I can't stop now. So
cool.
Yeah.
You're hooked.
I'm
dead.
hooked. Yeah, exactly. But that is like besides Binding of Isaac here and there, and like the other stuff that you'll probably be talking about at some point. That's the new thing I played.
All right, Sean, what about you?
I played a few things. First off, I want to mention Crossy Road again.
Yeah.
All right.
That game's still great. I found out that you can also play in landscape orientation, which
Wow.
which I normally don't like. Like I have my phone set to like not able to rotate, so like portrait. But in landscape, it widens like
Your
the
field of view.
lane. Yeah, your field of view. Not just your field of view, but how wide the road is. Like think of if Frogger got wider, it would become easier now, right?
Yeah.
Because you'd see the cars coming from further, you'd have more time to react, stuff like that. And that's what happened. So it was like I was playing this with one arm tied behind my back, literally. Because the cars were just spawning so much closer to me when I had it in portrait mode.
Right.
And it was my friend who showed me that, the one I've been like neck and neck with the whole time. And then I saw her playing and I was like, oh crap, you can do that? And it was just like so easy, destroyed her score.
Yeah.
Which that just kind of like makes it angry because it's like if you're going to be serious about Crossy Road, you're going to play it in landscape.
Yo,
It's
man,
just
if you
like what
play
do.
real Lost or Crossy Road, I almost said Lossy Road. You gotta play
Lossy.
it this way.
Well, it's just like
No items.
like it makes no sense to not play this
Destination.
other way. Final Destination Crossy Road. And like I almost just kind of wish they would have like separate leaderboards for like if you played it horizontally versus vertically.
Yeah.
Well, what happens if you switched in the middle? Can you?
I have not tried that. I don't know, but if they were separating the leaderboards, they could just it won't be able to switch in the middle. It wouldn't rotate. But regardless, that just kind of bummer because now I know if I'm gonna go for like a good score, I gotta be playing horizontally, and it's harder to hold my phone in landscape when I'm on like the train or something than it is in portrait. So that's kind of a bummer. But anyway, my score is like awesome, and I'm number one on the leaderboards, and that game's great. Other games I played. I played through all of the Game of Thrones game.
All right.
I just posted the review up on Comic Book Bin. Just episode 1, Telltale's game series. I've only seen season 1 of Game of Thrones.
Okay, me too.
It didn't super grab me.
Yeah, me too.
But I was like, I was playing through it with my lady friend who is a big Game of Thrones fan, so she was kind of just like informing me like, oh, that what they just said, that's important because of this and this and this.
You
and
had
that
a
was
guide,
really cool.
basically.
Yeah, no, and what we basically did is I was playing it, but I was like, hey, you know what? You can make all the decisions. Just tell me which one you want me to say.
Okay.
Which was totally fun because like she was like freaking out on what to answer and stuff. And it'd be like, wow, that was your fault. You just did that. Congrats. I can't believe you just did that. And at one point it gets pretty gruesome and I was like, you know what? Fucking you're doing the controller for this. I'm not doing that to that guy. You made this decision. So, that was just kind of fun to do that. But that game is really good.
Okay.
You're playing as a bunch of different characters. You're jumping, similar to Tales of Borderlands, you're jumping back and forth between stories. This one has even more stuff going on, so you're jumping quite a bit. Like I think there's 3 different plots at least. So the pacing's always up, and I don't think there's like a good decision in that game. Everything is bad. You constantly feel bad for what you just did. There's no right answer, which is great. I was like hesitating on all the hard decisions, or I guess I should say, she was, but I would have been like, I don't know what to pick either. So yeah, no, that's totally fun. They have the full voice cast, which that's a cool get. I'm looking forward to what's coming next. The one issue I had, and it's a minor issue, was they have this new aesthetic where they're putting like a painterly like filter on, watercolor like, light watercolor like, which works. It works nice for the the historic themes throughout Game of Thrones. But the one issue is it makes everything brown and gray, like everything's really muddy in that game. And the problem is during the QuickTime events, the arrows are like the same they're in the same family of colors. And more than once, I like missed a cue because I didn't even notice it popped up. Like I just could not tell there was a gray arrow on top of the like gray ground that they were walking on or whatever. So a small thing, but it was relevant enough to annoy me. But anyways, yeah, that's cool. Looking forward to what's to come there.
Do you have to be pretty invested in that universe though to care about any of the people in it? Like
no.
I feel like that seems like a very much fan base heavy game.
No, it is not. It is new characters.
Okay. Okay. That's kind of what I was getting at, because like Walking Dead did the same thing in that regard.
It's very similar to what Walking Dead did, but more. It's connected a bit more so to the actual books and show. From what I'm told and just been hearing from like podcasts and stuff, it takes place around season 3, or if people know Red Wedding, that's a thing that's about to happen in the games or something.
Oh, this is before the Red Wedding.
The game starts right before the Red Wedding, and then I think the Red Wedding, then the Red Wedding like starts, but you're not at it or anything like that. But you're seeing like clearly this is happening in a different area right now. But you're playing with new characters, the Forrester clan, which from what I was just hearing is never mentioned in the show, but it's briefly mentioned in the books as just, there's another clan over there. They're called the Forresters, but the story's not about them. Okay. So they just went with those guys. And characters from the show will pop up. But I didn't, like, I'm sure if you're a fan, you'd get lots more out of knowing them.
Right.
But a lot of them, I was just like, okay, this seems like a bad guy. Okay, that's fine. I get the point. He's a bad guy. He's going to do bad things. I should be scared of him or whatever. So yeah, I think you still will get some stuff out of it. Just because all the characters, at least all the characters you're controlling, are new, which is definitely cool.
Right. Okay.
But like I said, I think I had like the best scenario, just hot seating it with such a fan of the show and stuff. So that worked out nicely. Because honestly, characters would pop up and she would just be like, oh shit, we need to like get away from that guy right now. And when it came to like one of the issues of like, do you want to like hide or run from this guy? I probably would have like hid to hang around and be like, I don't even know who this guy is. She was like, run, just get away from this and end the scene, run. And I was like, okay, I don't know who this guy is or whatever. So, that was fun. So yeah, I think you can still play it without having any investment in Game of Thrones. I enjoyed it quite a bit. So
okay.
And then the last game I played this week that I want to talk about is Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker. Have I talked about it on the podcast yet?
No.
Okay, because
it wasn't out till Friday.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, I got it a while ago, but
yeah,
I've just been playing it like really lightly. So I was just wondering if I had brought it up before. But I finished the main story, and then there's extra levels you unlock afterwards, which I have to play through. I'm going to be reviewing that at some point. That game's delightful. I think it's too short and easy. But at the same time, it's trying to be pretty easy. But it's just like, even like the checkpointing it is really forgiving. For example, like a good way to emphasize this is, think if you were playing like a normal Mario level and you got like all 3 of the coins and then died, but when you started the level again, it counted that you still have the coins. You just have to play through the level now.
Oh, okay.
Like, it was stuff like that. Like, it's really easy to unlock everything, or not to unlock, but to get all the collectibles. But yeah, that game is super cute. I kind of wish it got harder just in the puzzle solving. It's pretty easy to get all 3 of the collectibles in every single stage on the first try. So I guess I want, because it's like it's kind of like a puzzle box, right? It's a cube that you're rotating around a bunch. I kind of wish it was more like a harder puzzle box, more puzzle box like. But yeah, that game's still pretty good. I don't know if it's worth $40. Yeah, I don't $40, I should say. Just because it is really short. John, have you played it at all?
No, I've got it right here, along with a couple other things I picked up while I was
Like
on.
the main game, the main campaign is 20 levels.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, like it's short.
But there's 70 puzzles from what it says
Yeah,
in the box.
you unlock some more stages and stuff.
I saw my friend playing through it, so I know about what happens when you unlock after the first story is done.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't really want to say it for people playing it,
Yeah.
but it's fun for what it is. I don't know if I could recommend it because it is 40, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if I could recommend it for 40. Like 30, I would start thinking about it. But it's definitely cute and colorful, so that's definitely kind of cool. And they do a little bit too much of the hey, what you should blow on the microphone to make that platform go up. That always sucks, and it only happens like maybe once or twice or whatever. But every time it happens, it's just like I don't.
Did you have any
like
problems with
this.
the camera, like the tilting controls? I heard a lot of people having issues with that.
I never tilted it. I used the right analog stick.
Okay. Well, like, because you can't turn off motion controls, correct? Or can you?
I don't know if you. I'm assuming you can't, but I don't know why it'd be an issue. Like, are you saying people were accidentally tilting the gamepad and it was moving
Yeah.
the camera?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't get that because I have total control over my hands. And
Well, I mean,
arms.
like, you might bump it with your leg if you're shifting around or something like that. I guess it depends on how you play a game.
Yeah, I wasn't jumping around while I was playing Captain Toad. I was just sitting there like an adult, just playing through my game.
All right. All right. God.
A lot of the time I was playing, it was actually just playing on the gamepad, and I wasn't just like, this is fun. Woo!
You don't shift your hands around when you're playing a game?
Not like a maniac.
Well, I'm not saying like this. I'm just saying like, something like that.
Just grooving out. Getting into this Captain Toad. All right. No, not really.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe I'm a boring person.
I
Hey,
don't know.
you get into the beat, and that's totally cool. It's your thing, man. You keep doing what you're doing.
All right, I will.
You
Just
might
be
mess up
you,
the camera,
John.
I guess.
What?
I guess the Wii mote was really hard for you to use.
It actually did mess me up in a couple Mario games
Okay.
because any movement of the controller would set off that spin jump.
Right.
So I've killed myself plenty of times because I've been like, I need to shift my legs because I've been sitting here for a while.
Just play every game standing up.
There you go. You're right. I should get a standing desk.
Yeah,
just
you
for
should.
video games.
Standing desks are cool. Although I'm sitting at my standing desk. But anyway, that's all I've been playing this week.
All right. So I went away for a TRG recording trip and played a lot of games in the process. I started with Picross DS because I figured I'd wrap that up. I thought wrong because those last few puzzles are insanely difficult and most of them took close to an hour for me to clear. One puzzle.
Wow.
They're 25 by 20 Picross puzzles and they're very long and they don't give you very many hints to play off of. So
They give you hints?
still well, I like, okay, I can put one space here. I had a lot of points where I had to keep rescanning
I thought you
the
meant
map.
like kind of outside of the math-based part.
Oh, no.
Do they
You can
give you hints?
enable those, but I played with that disabled, so.
I didn't. Okay.
But I've just been like, I can't. I have to keep scanning over the board to figure out what I can even put where, and it just took a while. I had to reset a couple times because I also played in the mode where if you put one square in the wrong spot, it doesn't tell you, and then it messes up the rest of the puzzle, et cetera, et
Okay.
cetera. So still working through that. I've got, I think, 7 left to do, and then
Hot
that
new
game's
title.
done. Hot new title for Cross DS.
Is your goal to just complete every Picross puzzle that man has invented?
Maybe, but this Picross game has a Picross puzzle creator, so that might not happen.
Oh, I see.
Because when this game came out, you could download new puzzles and you could make your own and stuff like that. And I do have the Super Famicom Mario Picross game to play through.
There's a Super Famicom one? Which one's that?
I think it's just called Mario Super Picross.
Okay, I think I was...
There's like Mario puzzles and Wario puzzles.
Is there a Game Boy version of that?
Mario Picross 1 and 2, yeah, you have the second one. You picked it up when you were in Japan.
I know I have one. I'm just... Because I remember looking for Mario Super Picross. And if it was just for the Super Famicom, I probably wouldn't have grabbed it because I don't have
Yeah.
a Famicom.
It was just for the Super Famicom.
Oh, then why was I looking for it? Maybe I just wanted to like collect them all or something.
Might be.
I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah, so still working through that. Right now I'm making Nintendo consoles, so I just put together a Super Famicom puzzle. Now, and we also played through a bunch of Smash 4 while we were there, so I finally got to try Smash Tour with 4 players.
Okay, how was that?
Still not feeling it. Still
Really?
think Smash Run was better.
Okay.
okay.
Game itself, still enjoying it.
I like the. I don't know if what are they? The challenges, the ones where they like make a specific lineup for you, and it like branches off of each other.
Oh, the event mode?
Is it event mode?
Or you mean like where there's a challenge, like, okay, play through as Luigi against Mario and Bowser, like that?
Yeah, and then it'll have like a 1-sentence story of why you got to do that or something.
Yep, that's event mode.
I like that mode.
Yeah. No, that's always been fun. I was about to say they really needed more in there, but actually they put in a ton because there was like 60 single player ones, and then there's I think another 20 multiplayer ones.
Oh, okay, cool.
But yeah, but you can't. You need a second player to obviously play the multiplayer ones.
Yeah.
Amiibos don't.
And I like
count.
that they have like, try and do it in under 45 seconds or do it on hard mode or something. And so,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking of Amiibos, for those who are actually trying to collect them, Series 2 is apparently out now, or slowly leaking out because the store I usually
who's
shop
that?
at.
Is that Mario?
That's Zelda.
Oh,
I-
okay.
I
Well, you can
forgot
see
how
why
bad
I'd
the
be
lighting is in my
confused.
room. Sorry. The Series 2 Amiibos are out. I've already got Zelda. The store I usually shop at apparently already got Little Mac, and that sold out immediately.
Mm-hmm.
So they were supposed to come out Sunday. So
Do
good
you
luck
know, do you
finding
know
out.
all of Series 2?
Series 2 only has 5 in them, so it should be Zelda, Captain Falcon, Little Mac, Luigi, and I think either Pit or Diddy
It's
Kong.
Pit.
I think it's Pit. Yeah.
Whoa, Paul,
You looked
look
it
at
up?
you with the knowledge.
Mm-hmm. The reason I know that is because Nathan got into Amiibos, and we talked about it all
did he?
day yesterday at work. And we actually have a list of the ones we think are going to be rare in rank that we're going to post at some point.
Is there a Dark Pit?
No.
Not yet.
Oh man, but he's like the coolest, most unique character.
Any of the secret characters so far, I believe, do not have Amiibos announced for them.
Is Dark Pit a secret?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it because he has secret differences?
No, it's because you had to unlock.
Secret differences.
Well, I'm assuming they must be secret because I don't know what the differences are between him and Pit. So they're secret.
Color.
He wears a black cape thing. His hair is black.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a bunch of different things. People are saying Captain Falcon, Luigi, and Pit come end of December. Some people are breaking Street Date, which is why they're out. Half of Series 2
Yeah, I
is
think
out.
Toys R
So many
Us is breaking Street Date tomorrow because they told Nathan come back Friday for the next
Okay.
series.
Oh,
Does Nate,
God,
what
I
is the
don't have
status of
my car.
Nathan's amiibo? Does he have like them all?
He bought the 4 rarest ones he could find, which were the Wii Fit Trainer, the Marth, what the hell were the other 2?
Villager.
I don't know.
Villager was
I think he has
one of the
Villager
rarest.
actually, yeah. And I can't
Villager was one of the
remember.
4 rarest.
Did he get Pikachu?
No.
Is Pikachu out?
Yeah, if you,
Yeah.
What about Spyro?
That
that's
would
the
be
wrong
so
series.
good. Skylanders Smash Bros. Just combining. Oh my god.
I just like take 1,000,000 figures. Fuck it. We'll make up characters.
Just
I have
starts-
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Just
Well,
start signing my paycheck over to Toys R
True
Us.
story.
Shit, I don't have a car. My car's in the shop, and I need to go to Toys R Us. Make sure I don't miss out on
Did
these.
you get Rayman?
No.
Man.
Played through Mobile Suit Gundam Extreme Versus Full Boost. It's a Japanese-only game that I picked up off of Play Asia thanks to a friend.
What's it for?
PS3.
Yeah, I was
So
looking
it's
at that
not-
on the
not Xbox.
PlayStation store. Well, the Japanese PlayStation store. It looks
It's
cool. Yeah.
Have you ever played Virtual On?
No.
Oh.
Okay, never mind. That's rougher to say. Imagine a 2v2 fighting game where like you have an open world, you go around. Oh God, I almost want to say it's kind of like the Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi game.
I was literally just about to ask, is it like Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi?
Nice.
sorta, but
crazy.
like 2v2.
Man, that's weird. Get out of my head.
I love how so specific it was too. It was like Tenkaichi maybe.
I don't like Tenkaichi at all.
I know, that's why I hesitate to say it because I think it controls better than Tenkaichi.
Okay.
But like you run around, like you can lock onto units. It's forced 2v2, but the way it works is also like there's a cost system to your unit. So you can pick like more powerful suits, but they'll have a higher cost. So you can do more damage, but if you die, you take more out of your health meter when you die. So I think your cost meter usually is 6,000, and you can get suits that cost up to 3,000. So if you die, and then if your partner also had a 3,000 unit and you both die, that's it, game over. Or if you die twice, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay.
But suits can be as cheap as 500, so then you can die like 12 times, but you'll probably do like no damage.
This kind of sounds like Chrome Hounds, like just a mech battle game.
I never played Chrome Hound, so I wouldn't be able to compare it.
Okay. I didn't like Chrome Hounds.
I don't know. It's fairly fast paced. I like it. It's obviously the game is fully Japanese, so there's a little bit of a language.
What's better, this Mobile Suit Gundam game or just Dragon Ball Z Budokai?
They both have about the same amount of characters.
Still, like, which
impressive.
one's better? Because you're saying it's better than Tenkaichi, which it's not hard to be better than Tenkaichi.
I'd say it's better than Tenkaichi then.
Is it better than Budokai?
Than just straight up Budokai?
Well, any of the three.
I never
like,
really played the Budokai, so I only played like bits and pieces.
they're so good.
I can't make that comparison.
They're
I'm
the
sorry.
best Dragon Ball Z
You're also
games.
comparing a 2D fighting game to like a 3D action game. I was gonna like it's like Virtual On if you've played it,
I
but
haven't.
2v2. But like obviously you guys haven't, so that's a lost comparison.
I remember getting blisters in my hand from Budokai 2 because you had to like rub the analog stick really in a circle and just wearing my hand apart. Anyway, Budokai's awesome. It's so good.
So then while I was there, one of my friends wanted to go through a bunch of random Steam games.
Oh man, for a sec I thought you had alphabetized your list because after Mobile Suit Gundam they're almost alphabetized.
Yeah, but this was because of Steam.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, while I was there, I was just playing through more random rounds of Binding of Isaac Rebirth.
Hell yeah.
And apparently had an amazing run.
Yeah, Paul. Okay, so it was a cane run, so that'll tell you something there, Paul.
Okay.
How often do you get Guppy?
I would say once every 4 or 5 rounds.
Okay, never mind. That maybe it's not that spectacular because I got a Guppy on the 3rd floor.
Okay, Guppy on the
and
3rd
then-
floor is still pretty good. The one time I
Guppy-
ever beat that is I got Guppy on like the 2nd floor, first item room, or not first item room,
God.
but first room with an item. It was stupid. And then after that, I actually threw that game and I lost eventually because I just died. Too many.
My run was ridiculous.
What is Guppy? Why is this a thing?
You turn into a flying cat that's basically, with your tears, spits out flies that do about 1.5 your normal base damage.
It's ridiculous.
Like it's a good thing?
Yeah,
It's a
very
really good thing. Yeah.
Okay.
But what made my run ridiculous was I got triple shot, and
Okay.
and then I got flame shot,
Nice. Yeah.
and then I got brimstone.
Brimstone's so good.
I had triple shot brimstone.
It's so good.
I killed Satan in one hit.
Yeah, it's so good. Those are
was
the runs that
so
make you want to keep
stupid.
playing.
They were so fucking stupid.
Yep.
I loved it because if you have Guppy, like every hit creates a fly. So a brimstone wave creates like 30 flies.
Yep.
And they attack immediately. It was so broken.
Yep.
Michael's mentioning Samson Guppy's also super broken.
This is why Rebirth is so great too, because it didn't do flies great in the original, but now because it's an actual engine and not Flash, there could just be like a million flies everywhere. You walk in a room,
so
everything's dead.
Stupid. You're just walking death. It's great.
Yeah, it's so good. I love that game. Actually, that run I was saying where it was like early Guppy, I think if you look in my Steam screenshots, I'm pretty sure I took a screenshot of the seed of it if anybody wanted to look that up. I can't
Okay,
remember
cool.
which one it is. I took a few screenshots of seeds, so...
Another question is, I noticed there's more characters than what they actually show you can unlock in the rotating list. How do I get, is it Magdalene?
Magdalene?
Yeah.
You get more than 6 hearts, I think.
Or
that
maybe
her?
she's on the rotating list. Or actually, that might have been her. Never mind. So are there more characters than what they show you can unlock?
Like which ones do you have unlocked?
Cain, Judas, Eve, or Eden, sorry. I'm trying to think of who else you even unlock. I know I don't have Samson, and I know I don't have Magdalene.
Okay.
Do you have Crash
Do you-
Bandicoot?
Do you have
No,
Azazel?
that's the demon, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have Lazarus?
Yes.
Eden, you said?
Yep. Or maybe I just misread the achievement list.
Do you
Entirely
have
possible. I thought
Blue
it had
Baby?
one more character than I remember. Blue Baby, no.
Okay. I think that's all of them. And
Okay, well-
there's also The Lost, but those aren't fun. So don't worry about
Well,
that.
then, now that you put it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I saw Magdalene on the list and for some reason didn't think she was in the character selection. So,
Fair enough.
yeah, so I've already got, Eden, Lazarus, Azrael, Eve, Judas, and Cain. So, yeah, I've got, I guess, most of the
And you need
characters then.
Samson, you said?
Samson, yeah. That's
Okay.
the get through 2 floors without getting hit.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, play a little too aggressively for that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, still enjoying that. Still going to keep playing it weekly, probably. I think
Yeah?
it's taken, like, payday slot for, like,
Weekly?
the game I
You should play it
Well,
nightly.
you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Every week we're going to be
Calm down.
talking about it.
All
Yeah.
right.
Payday's been dethroned?
Well, I haven't because I've been traveling so much. I haven't been able to play.
They
it 'cause
dethrone
you need to
themselves
go-
by putting out DLC that isn't very great. Also, just
well-
playing a lot of it is just like I need something new now for a bit.
New map comes out Tuesday. Might get back on it then. And they
Yeah.
add the new heister, so the female heister.
Yep.
Heister.
All right, and then we went into a little list of just random Steam games, starting with Broforce.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Played through all of that. They had added stuff since I played through it last. They added two
really?
new bros and
2 new bros?
Yep.
Cool.
They added Mad Max and the Bride from Kill Bill.
That's cool.
So now there's 2 female bros, or three, because I forgot about Ellen Ripley.
That's cool.
That game's still fun. It's
Alright.
definitely fun in multiplayer too. So
Cool.
highly recommend it. I just wish it was like done, so we could fully enjoy the product.
Mm-hmm.
Played Crypt of the Necrodancer
Fuck
for the first
yes,
time.
you did.
And?
Really enjoyed it.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
yeah.
yes.
Yes!
That game is really good. Holy
Oh,
crap!
it's so good.
I'm so sorry it took me this long to play it.
It's so
Yes,
good.
I was telling you, you have to play it. Oh, it's.
I also got to try out the co-op mode.
I haven't done
okay.
that.
Very interesting. One player plays with WASD, the other player plays with the arrow keys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
If one player dies in the map, if the other person can make it to the next floor, they get revived.
That's cool. So
Yeah.
I'm assuming you can get further then. How far did you make it?
We got to the zone 1 boss and died because we got screwed over because we had weak weapons.
Do you have to? I was just gonna ask if you're splitting everything. Do you have to like? Do they have more chests or are you sharing?
It did seem like there were slightly more chests,
Okay.
but gold was shared in a pile and coin multiplier was shared as well. It seemed like if one person messed up the rhythm, I think the other person still got the multiplier.
Wow. Okay.
Where it
Oh, so
kept
the
going. I
multiplier
forget.
wasn't shared then.
I'm not sure on that one. Like I said, I wasn't paying too much attention to that
Okay.
in particular.
How'd you like the music? I think it's pretty good.
Music's fantastic.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so good.
That shopkeeper's pretty good when he starts singing to the music.
Yeah.
We were playing it in the living room off the TV, and then the next day, one of the guys comes in and is like, "What was with all the opera singing last night?"
Oh. Pretty good. Yeah. Yeah.
The shopkeep's pretty good.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I,
yeah, you
I
gotta,
was
you
surprised
gotta
to
keep
see if
playing.
you
You don't.
didn't-
You need
I
to
was
get to the
surprised
second
if you
world.
didn't beat the floor before the song ran out. You just got kicked to the next floor.
Yeah, that's so good. I like it.
I'm trying to remember. I think I got to the 3rd world before I stopped playing that game. So yeah,
I'm
it's
probably gonna go back and play it again. I wish I had a DDR pad to play it on, but
Yeah.
I live in an apartment, so I can't.
Yeah.
good. You have space.
I have no. It's more that I can't be stomping around on a DDR pad.
Oh, I see what you say. That would be so hard. That game's hard enough.
Apparently, they make the game easier. It even says on screen easier if you pick DDR pad mode or dance mode.
Oh, okay.
On top of that, we played FTL Faster Than Light.
Great game.
I'm still bad at that game.
Yeah.
But
Everyone is.
We
Yeah.
did one run on normal. The very first
Normal.
on normal. Yeah.
Wow.
Very first run or very first action, we lost a crew member immediately.
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
I'm surprised you played on normal. I can't beat that game on easy.
Yeah. Well, I figured I'd give it a shot.
Gotta
But we got
play-
halfway across the board at least, so.
You play that game on easy, and I still can't beat that game. That game's hard.
No.
That game's
My
so
first-
good, though. It's so good.
First time
Yeah.
playing on easy or second time we got to the final boss, but we died. We were
Yeah, but you only got to him once, right?
Yeah.
Because you got to get to him 4 times.
What?
You have to fight him 4 times to beat the game.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So
It's stupid. It's so
easy
dumb.
is hard enough. Let
Yeah.
me tell you.
God, no wonder.
Yeah. FTL's great. FTL's so good.
Yeah.
Still really good.
Yep.
We
Next game, I'm
played,
sure, is still really good.
yeah, Geometry Wars 1. So Geometry Wars Retro Revolve. We played the Steam version of that.
Okay.
Definitely Geometry Wars still.
Have you
Sure.
played any of 3 yet?
No, not yet. Well, I haven't been home, remember?
Oh, right. Okay. You should play some 3.
I will at some point. Comment says 3 phases, not 4, but whatever. It's, still.
Oh, is it 3? I thought I heard 4. Okay, whatever. That's still 2 more than I would like. That game's too hard. I think I've beaten him twice. Was my best. Anyway,
Played Geometry Wars 1. Still some Geometry Wars-ass game. Handles well on PC. We played Half Minute Hero Super Mega Neo Climax Ultimate Boy Edition, which is just the remade version of Half Minute Hero.
Yep.
Mainly just showed it to my friend who hadn't heard of it before. It was basically just the PSP game, but with more.
yeah, that's what I'd assume it to be. Yeah.
Yeah, and I forgot how good that PSP game was, so actually I still recommend Half
I
Minute.
never played much of it, but it always seemed interesting. I hear those games are like stupid long though.
Sorta. Well, yeah, because they make you go through like 40 or 50 missions per game, and there was 4 game types in the first one, and I think there's 6 in this one.
I just remember hearing it was like Half Minute Hero 2 or something was like, this game's 24 hours long.
That wouldn't surprise me, actually.
Yeah, that's wow. Okay. And I have no idea.
Yeah,
what this
no, you
next-
had to go through so many missions on it. Like it says like 30 minutes or 30 seconds to save the world. It's definitely a lot longer than that. I'm gonna actually look up Half Minute Hero. Main story 6 hours. Half Minute Hero: The Second Coming. Main story 17. Completionist 43 hours.
Oh my
wow.
god.
Holy
Well,
shit.
I like never look at the completionist because that's just always
Yeah,
silly.
but for
Yeah.
comparison, the Half Minute Hero Super Mega Neo Climax Completionist is 14.
Okay.
So they must have added a lot. Oh, they added multiplayer. I forgot about that in Half Minute Hero 2.
I don't even know how that would work. Okay.
Okay, AC3 says Hero Mode, there's 30 missions. Okay,
Cool.
that makes sense. We played that. Person I was playing with really enjoyed it. Probably going to pick it up for themselves. And I also played some Heavy Bullets.
Yeah, you did. How did you like it?
I don't know what that is.
Really fun. I only did the first
Yeah.
floor, but it's really good.
Yeah, it is.
It's
What is Heavy
Basically
Bullets?
Binding
it's a-
of Isaac first-person shooter with colors
Yeah.
from Hotline Miami.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like early era 3D looking.
Mm-hmm.
So, it, like Lawnmower Man style. You run around in first person and you just have to go around like shooting monsters and try to make it down to the bottom to reset the world. But the kicker is that you only have so many bullets. You have 6 to be exact, I think is what you start with.
Mm-hmm.
And when you kill an enemy, like the bullet bounces around on the ground so you can pick it back up and reload it, but you have to manage it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I really liked it, but I only played through the first floor. And then I saved when I got to the second floor and just didn't continue.
Yeah.
Because we were just jumping through Steam games. That's where we stopped, though. We only got to H. We played a couple random things, too, like Skullgirls and Goat Simulator. But really, that was it. That was the main things we played through, and that's all I played.
Cool.
Cool.
All right, so let's kick off some news then, because apparently we've got a lot.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Holy crap, I didn't even look through this.
You didn't look through the second page.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta
that's my
remember,
reactions when I got to the second page.
Like last weekend was the Game Awards.
Yep.
You know, Jeff Keighley, followed by the PlayStation Experience.
I did miss the Game Awards, unfortunately.
I tuned in a little bit every now and then and watched a bit. And And then I just watched the PlayStation Experience today.
I watched all the Nintendo trailers they put up on all the awards and all the reveal trailers are all on the Game Awards channel on YouTube, so you can watch them all there if you missed it.
I think on their channel is the whole thing too, the 3-hour
I
thing.
believe so.
Yeah.
I didn't really follow along with what was happening at the Game Awards. Do you want to say of anything newsworthy out of that, John? If you looked up stuff,
they showed actual gameplay of the new Zelda.
Yeah, I watched that specific thing.
Yep.
Yeah, that has bullet time for arrows.
When you jump off a horse. Well, you need to, because I guess it looked like it still might be like not motion controls, but free aim control with the bow and arrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with the gamepad.
I was hyped for Mario Maker, and I saw what they added, and made me really excited for it. They added a bunch more game skins to it. So instead of being the new Super Mario Brothers game and like the original Mario, now you can do Mario 3 and Mario World graphics.
That's great.
And I'm hoping they add more by the end of it. I wouldn't mind to see like Mario 2 and some other crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Do you know who any of the winners were?
I do remember who won Game of the Year.
Me too, because it was spoiled for me on Twitter.
It was Dragon Age, right?
Yeah.
Dragon Age Inquisition.
I remember Shovel Knight got like best indie game or something.
Yep.
Mm.
One thing that came out of that is Fulbright Company's new game was announced. Tacoma. Those are the guys who did Gone Home. They had like a teaser trailer. There was another teaser. Actually, I did end up watching a couple trailers now that when I tuned in. There was another space horror game that kind of looked like Gravity the game.
Oh crap! I know the one you're talking about, but I can't remember what the name of it is.
It has a 1 in place of the letter I in its name. Can't remember what it's called though, but it said it's going to be coming to like Oculus and VR and whatnot.
They announced the Godzilla game. Okay, I've got the page open.
They announced Banner Saga 2 coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Oh, Sean, was the game you were thinking about earlier Until Dawn?
Nope.
Until Dawn is a heavy rain.
I think it starts with A.
Adrift.
Adrift, yes, and the I is a 1, yeah.
Yes.
Anything else you want to mention from that?
Imagine Dragons played with Koji Kondo.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Which I was like, all right, this is weird, but I'm down with it.
Yeah. I feel like that's like a good mix of what the audience needs to be for this thing. Of like, this is for nerdy people, but we also want it to be somewhat more broad. So that's like a good mix of, Imagine Dragons is a name to get, and then they throw in, the game aspect with it. So that's pretty good, I thought. I didn't see them play or anything, but just off what I was hearing. A couple other small announcements they were just from the week is Resogun's coming to PS3 and Vita on December 23rd, which is awesome. Resogun's so great. And Paper Please is coming to iOS on just tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, tomorrow for the live and for the recorded today or in the past.
Right. Yep. Yeah. Let's talk about the PlayStation Experience. This was basically like an E3 press conference for Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was like 2 hours. It was 2 hours and 15 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long show. So I took notes. Let's run through it. There's a game coming out called Kill Strain. That's a bad name. I don't think that's a good name.
It's no worse than Kill Zone. Like they're just generic ass titles.
It's actually just the sequel.
Some free to play game. They really stressed how free to play it was. They showed
it's really free, guys. Come on.
They showed some more Bloodborne.
Mm-hmm.
Paul, as someone who actually plays like the Dark Souls games, is having procedurally generated dungeons new, or are they procedurally generated in Dark Souls?
They're not procedurally generated in Dark Souls, so sure, I guess I'm looking forward to that aspect.
Well, they were advertising that. I wasn't sure. Like, is that a new thing? Should people be excited about that, or have they
every time you go into a thing in Dark Souls, it is the exact same position of everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're gonna have procedurally generated dungeons in this one.
Mm-hmm.
They briefly announced that Keep Talking Nobody Explodes is coming to Morpheus. That's the Oculus game where one person is trying to disarm a bomb, and there's people, outside around him with actual paper books telling him with like manuals how you need to disarm a bomb. So that's a cool get, I guess. Ultra Street Fighter 4 is coming to PlayStation 4.
Mhm.
They then announced Street Fighter 5, which was leaked a few days earlier.
Yeah.
Big thing for Street Fighter 5, console exclusivity to PS4.
Supposedly Sony's helping develop it, which surprised me a
I
bit.
don't know if
too.
they're helping develop it, but they're definitely helping.
That was actually what was going around. Why it was supposedly being Sony exclusive. And
Well, I'm sure
another
they're
thing that
like publishing it and helping fund it. I don't know if they're doing any of the work from Capcom, but
I don't know. Another thing they touted was that the PS4 version and the PC version can be played against each other.
yeah, cross-platform play. So we'll see if that works well. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if it like I could easily still see like Super Street Fighter 5 coming to both. You know,
Eventually, I assume it just means like just vanilla Street Fighter 5.
yeah, or even if it's like console exclusive for the first 16 months or whatever.
I'm curious what they're going to change with the game because the one gameplay trailer they revealed so far, it looked faster paced and a little more like Marvel vs. Capcom, but still slow, I guess. Still like
Yeah.
Street Fighter 4 slow. So I don't know. Not sure how to feel about it.
Yeah, like the art style seems the same to me, but I didn't play much
More or
for it.
less.
So I wouldn't really be able to tell.
So
the
many
difference.
muscles. So many muscles.
Well, they're Street Fighters.
Yeah,
That's
they
the
are.
power of the PS4.
Yeah. Muscle
The muscle
generation.
engine kicked in.
Yeah.
Finally.
Procedurally generated muscles.
That's next gen power right there.
Yeah. See your
Killing
PC
Floor
do this.
2,
Yep.
Persona 5. All they said was it's coming to North America.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I thought I was like that was already assumed.
And then they
wasn't it?
dropped the Vita
Yeah.
bomb after that.
Well, they kind of did it throughout the show, and I just started lumping them together
Yeah.
in stock. But yeah, there's a lot coming to Vita. So in this list that I have, Bastion's coming to Vita.
Mm-hmm.
Geometry Wars 3. Suikoden 1 and 2 came out December 9th for Vita. Towerfall Ascension. Octodad Dadley's Catch. Super Time Force Ultra is coming to PS4 and Vita, along with new character Shuhei Yoshida.
Who tweets to attack.
CEO of Sony, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he tweets to attack.
Yep.
And he tweets stuff like, I love PS4, and then that shoots out of his hand.
Okay,
Into the
that's
enemy.
kind of neat.
Or STFU, and it shoots out at the enemy and stuff like that. That's kind of funny.
Sure.
The Banner Saga is coming to Vita. Resident Evil Revelations 2. Tim Schafer came out to announce Broken Age: The Complete Adventure is coming to PS4 and Vita, so it's going to be part 1 and 2. Day and date with the PC one, so I guess that'll be in a couple months.
Yep.
Grim Fandango,
Fuck yeah.
PS4 and Vita.
Mm-hmm.
That's February 7th.
And more importantly,
Then they were just like, hey, we should do something like that again. Then they announced Day of the Tentacle Special
Yes!
Edition is coming to PS4
it's
and
about
Vita.
time. Fuck.
Oh,
I
man.
want to play it again
I'm
so
glad they got
bad.
that. I'm glad they got that license back.
It's so good. I feel
Yeah.
like I can breathe again.
They announced some other games. Skytorn looks like I don't know, it's pixel based. I thought it looked kind of cool. They had some cool music playing. Dungeon Defenders 2,
Yeah.
Enter the Gungeon.
Is that the subtitle of it, or is
No,
that actually a game?
That's a different game. Enter the Gungeon is a game,
Yeah.
which from what I understand, all the enemies are ammunition, like a giant bullet shooting a shotgun at you or something like that.
I see.
There's Orcs Must Die Unchained, and Gang Beasts is coming to PlayStation 4. Yeah, those last ones from Skytorn are coming just to PlayStation 4.
Mm-hmm.
Drinkbox Studios announced Severed for Vita. It looks like there's lots of swiping, which I don't like.
Sure.
Like, I really like Drinkbox Studios. I've loved their last couple games. I just don't want to swipe a lot on my Vita.
Mm-hmm.
Motion controls and all that. But, it's got the cool art style. So that's cool. Shovel Knight's coming to PS3, PS4, and Vita with Kratos from God of War in it.
Yeah, what they did in Shovel Knight is they had these wandering mini bosses you could fight from other games, mainly indie games. So I guess they're just doing that with Kratos.
Sure.
Wait, that was in the normal Shovel Knight?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you fought like the Baz, like that wandering ninja and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I didn't know those from other games. I
Yeah,
didn't
no, the
recognize any
characters,
of them.
the characters who talk to you, they're from other games.
Who else was in there? I didn't
Mr.
recognize
Mr.
them.
Hat. Or they're other from games or like other random things. I know that 2 or 3 of them are from other games. The Baz was from Dive Kick.
Oh, huh.
I can't
Anyway,
remember who the other 2 are.
Yeah, because I remember even saying like I really liked this one guy. And it seemed super epic when I defeated him and stuff, but I didn't know he was from a different game. Anyway, yeah. So okay, so I said Street Fighter Five. Then they announced that Yakuza Five is coming to North America, and that
Nice.
4 and Dead Souls are now on PlayStation Network. So
Mhm.
if you want to watch play those. They announced a new Fat Princess called Fat Princess Adventure. Are people still playing Fat Princess?
No, they aren't at all. Because why would you be that dumb?
There's like 3 of those games now.
They're
3 or
terrible
4.
too. They're not fun.
Were they?
They're not very good.
They had like the original PSP one. Then they came out with another one, like Fistful of Cake. I know there's an iOS
a
game.
Yeah. What?
There's also an iOS.
I know there was a PSN one you could get.
I think that was
a
Fistful of Cake.
I think so.
I know there's an iOS game. I don't know if it's like a puzzle variant or whatever. Okay, then the best thing happened at the PlayStation Experience. Keita Takahashi came out. The guy known who made Katamari Damacy.
Okay.
He comes out, talk about his new game with a lady from the same company. But what's great about him is he introduces himself with, "Hi, I'm Japanese,
Yeah.
I guess."
Did he say I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that whole thing with the pauses.
Yep.
He was just and even when the girl was talking, he was just like walking around, kind of spinning, like it didn't really seem so much like he just didn't care. It was more that he was just like, I don't know, I'm a kid or something. And yeah, so he's talking about his game, and the whole time he was waving around a plastic fork.
Yeah.
He just had a plastic fork in his hands for his whole speech. Like, it was so weird. And then he ends up talking about how his son gave him the idea for this game and blah, blah, blah. They announced Watam, which when he was talking about his son, it was like, his son said the line, "What if all toys were like alive and connected to each other?" So so that makes me think it's going to be some kind of asynchronous multiplayer game, which he seems pretty into after Nobi Nobi Boy and whatnot.
I was about to say, isn't that just Smash Brothers?
What?
Smash Brothers, everyone's like a toy.
Oh, I guess. I was talking more about like the asynchronous multiplayer stuff.
Yeah, no.
And also the whole connected to each other. What's that going to be?
Is it going to be like Nobi Nobi Boys connectivity where everyone has to work towards the space?
They didn't say what it was about. They didn't even really say there is asynchronous multiplayer. He just had the line, "Everyone's connected." Like all the toys would be connected. So that just makes me assume that there'll be some kind of asynchronous multiplayer in play. Someone from Giant Sparrow came out. Giant Sparrow is the company that did The Unfinished Swan, to announce what remains of Edith Finch, which, teaser trailer didn't see any kind of gameplay or anything.
I have no idea what that is.
I'm initially like Gone Home vibes, just because she mentions coming back to this place, and it's a girl narrator, and you're looking kind of at a house, like stuff in a house. So I'm not saying it is Gone Home. It's just initially I was like, this kind of seems Gone Homey. The Order 1886. I don't really have anything to say about that. They just showed more of it. They showed some Tearaway Unfolded. They showed Until Dawn, which I guess was shown at the Game Awards. This is the first I had seen it. I didn't know it was at the Game Awards.
That looks a lot like Heavy Rain.
Yeah, it's like a QuickTime event horror game or something. Like the gameplay they showed was a girl in just a towel in some kind of her house or building. She has like a super unfinished basement regardless.
Yeah.
And some guy in with like a axe or a gun or something and like a creepy clown mask is like chasing her. And it was a lot of like her running away, and then she would kind of get to points where everything would freeze, and it's like, what do you want to do? Do you want to throw the vase at him, or do you want to kick something at him? And you would do it, and then the scene would play out. Or what do you want to do? Do you want to stay hidden, or do you want to try running? And then the scene would play out. So,
with the stay hidden thing, it's kind of weird though, because you can't move the controller.
That was So I noticed that too. That was the kind of one cool part, is the guy chose to stay hidden, and then it showed the symbol or like the shape of the PlayStation 4's like the light on the controller on screen, and then an outline around it, and you had to hold the controller inside that outline, and it said don't move. So that was kind of interesting, I thought.
Until like your buddy that you're playing it with knocks it out of your hands to be a dick or something.
I guess that's the don't play games
Don't play
with
with friends, yeah.
Yeah. Then
This is what
probably-
pissed me off. Oh
This
my
is probably
fucking god.
second best moment.
No, well, yeah, but okay. Go ahead.
Okay, title card for Final Fantasy VII comes up. Guy from Square Enix Japan shows up, and he's like, "It's been 17 years."
Oh boy.
Everyone's
I'm glad I didn't see this
freaking
live.
out. They're playing the music, and he's like, I don't know, and in time for this anniversary, and then they announce a port of the PC version of Final Fantasy VII
Onto the PS4.
for the PlayStation 4. Oh my god. And they just kept holding off and off on what it was, and then they just show this crappy 4:3 aspect ratio on
God,
like a
really?
still
Yes.
image of up-res
Oh my
graphics, not even remade, just up-res, and he's like, it's gonna be up-res and everything, and it was just like, whoever like
Who put
set
you on a
that up-
stage? Like,
Yeah,
fuck
or-
you guys.
Like they said this, like someone must have been looking at like the scripting of this and being like, this is gonna make people like really angry, and they're like, whatever, we gotta do it. But just like, yeah, just starting it like it's been 17 years, and then that like the dumbest thing you could do, like Anyway, so yeah, PC version of Final Fantasy VII coming to PlayStation 4. Who's excited?
You know what's best? They announced the price for it apparently. $16, which is more expensive than the actual PC version is at $10.
Yeah. Well, hey, they got to pay for all that up-resing, I guess.
They gotta get
yeah.
fucked. They gotta stop doing that shit.
Yeah, they really do.
And then
And then David Jaffe came up in his drunken stupor, started dropping F-bombs and saying shit all the time, and then they rolled an
Yeah.
alpha build
Wait,
of
what?
his game.
yeah, David Jaffe comes up, does a Gamergate reference.
Yeah.
Then he announces Drawn to Death.
Yep.
Which the concept of this game is like a preteens like
Notebook, high school notebook.
high school notebook or something that they've been drawing in, and so the art style is like kind of black and white but cell shaded. So it kind of looks a bit like Borderlands meets what's that Sega game?
Oh, Mad World.
Mad World. But it's a multiplayer shooter, like 4-on-4 deathmatch style, where like curse words are just flying out all over the place, and the other doodles from his game are in the background and stuff. And of course, the kid wrote "fuck" in his binder, so that's gonna show up every time you shoot or whatever, something like that. David Jaffe's edgy with his games.
And he's
Anyway,
not
yeah.
a guy you should put in front of people to talk, because he will just spurt out anything. Like, I love that guy. Every time he goes up
He's
for
an interesting
something.
guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's some.
Anyway, that's the majority of the stuff they showed.
Yes.
Long show. I thought it, for the most part, it was fine. You didn't like it?
No.
Okay.
Just from a production standpoint, it was just so, like, they threw it just together. The translation for the Japanese guys was, like, a good minute off, so, like, there would just be paragraphs of English you would have to read. It wasn't, like, in time. What happened is, watching this, I was just, like, it made me realize, like, I give Nintendo a lot of shit for, like, unoriginal ideas or just rehashing stuff and blah, blah, blah. However, Nintendo knows how to do presentations, and their stuff always looks fucking perfect when they showcase it. Whereas...
Well, Nintendo never does it live anymore. Like, the Nintendo Directs are
Right.
not live.
Right, but,
Yeah.
like, I can't remember. I think it was Uncharted. They glitched the game out and broke it as the demonstration happened. Like, that's messed
Oh, right.
up.
That's true. Sorry. They also showed a 15-minute thing of Uncharted 4. I can't believe I forgot about that. That was the first thing they showed. 15 minutes of Uncharted 4,
Yeah.
which looks really good.
It's
great on that
Uncharted.
hardware.
Yeah, it looks
it's Uncharted.
Yeah.
He is
He's weird
further
looking,
a
though.
super- I don't think he's weird looking.
He's
just-
weird looking.
He's old. He's older, and he looks like a more of a person because of the hardware.
And he's, like, gaunt looking. Like, I don't know. It's weird.
You now have a lasso thing that you can like strap to branches to swing. He's more like Indiana Jones. He's also further a superhero when it comes to fighting people. That guy can kill people real easily. Way to go, Nathan Drake. He has a brother now. That's the thing at the end of the trailer.
Yeah.
His older brother's there.
Oh, snap.
So
I'm looking at a comparison picture of all four Nathan Drakes.
Yeah.
I assume that fourth one's pulled from the trailer. Wow, he looks like a mix of Sully and Drake in one person.
Well, because he's older now, right?
I know, but like this picture specifically makes him look a lot
He
like a really young Sully.
He looks really like Nolan North, right? Because that's based off of it. I think he looks pretty realistic. So. Oh, you're okay. That's the picture.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah, hey, dude is older for sure. So, he's growing up. Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was long. There was a lot of cool stuff going on. They showed a lot of games. They talked about a lot of games. So, lots coming to the Vita if you want that. But that's basically that's it for news.
Yeah.
All right. Wow, all that. Let's go into questions and emails. Sean, if they want to send us any questions, where do they send it to?
protonjohn@gmail.com.
No.
Almost did a spit take there. Holy shit.
topdownperspective@gmail.com is where you should send your questions. And also on the Twitter account @TDP Podcast. There's also the Facebook group. You can send them there. Reminder to people, we have a survey going on for Game of the Year stuff. People should do that. The link is in our Twitter account. It's on the Facebook page. But yeah, go there, answer the questions. Read the questions before you answer the questions. A couple notes. This is for 2014. Put games that came out in 2014, unless it says otherwise. But yeah, let's see. First question here from Mitchell. He says, excited for the 2014 Game Award podcast. Oh, how's it going to work? I just said how it's going to work. There we go.
There you go. Answered before you even read it.
Hooray!
All right. Glenn writes in, Dear TDP, with the release of Hyrule Warriors and a Dragon Quest Heroes on the way, I have to wonder what other series will get their own Dynasty Warriors spin-off game. It's like when every series used to get a kart racer. Which ones do you think will join the latest fad? And don't forget the ridiculous names they would use. My vote is on Poké Warriors, Street Warriors for Street Fighter, and Hatsune Miku Project Warriors. And if you're wondering, yes, I'm still waiting for Uncarded, a Thief's Grand Prix.
That's pretty good.
His answers are better than what I can come up with, so I'm not answering this. He put way more thought into this than I can. I really like the Hatsune Miku Project Warriors.
I don't like Hyrule Warriors, though.
Right.
I don't want more of them. Also, I didn't even know about Dragon Quest Heroes.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, it's not out in North America yet. It just came out in Japan, I think.
Oh, okay. I guess Pokemon Warriors kind of makes sense, although that'd be a little weird. Like a whole bunch of like Pikachus are running at you or something,
killing a whole bunch of Pikachus.
You're like a Charizard.
That would be awesome.
We are getting a Pokemon fighting game by Tekken creators. So, oh man, we didn't even talk about the Tekken thing.
What was the Tekken thing?
So, Tekken 7 got announced. So they announced a new character, which is basically like some cosplaying Japanese girl who has like pink hair and is wearing a cat suit and stuff like that. And apparently, like people in America or NeoGAF in particular were complaining about it. So, as a result of that, the Tekken producers decided to make the character European and Japanese exclusive, and the North American version does not get that character. So the creator of Tekken, I think Harada, was just like retweeting pictures of like who we're gonna put there instead. People were just tweeting him pictures of like muscle-bound space marines or MMA fighters, and then having them like split apart and have the cat girl hidden underneath. They're actually really funny.
That sounds
but
so
yeah,
ridiculous.
We're getting one less Tekken character because of people complaining on NeoGAF.
Interesting.
Okay, I didn't hear about that.
I
was gonna say with the Pokemon one though, it would be pretty accurate though if it was like a bunch of like Zubats that you were fighting, because there's like 1 million of those things, and Tentacools. if there was a bunch of tentacles you had to fight.
Fucking tentacles, man.
Right, yeah.
There's already a game with a bunch of fucking tentacles you have to fight. It came out this year.
Yeah, it's every Pokemon game.
Yeah, that too.
There's way too many tentacles.
Yeah.
You know what I'm never happy to see?
A tentacle.
Yeah. There's never been a moment where I was like, oh, sweet, tentacle. That's
or
not...
or Wingull. Fuck them too.
Yeah, exactly. I love Wingull. What no one has ever said.
Yeah.
So, okay, any actual game that you think would work for the Warriors thing?
Like God of War, because that's essentially what it would
That would-
devolve
yeah.
into.
I want like a child's game, like a Dora the Explorer.
Almost any action game, right?
Any action game, really.
Yeah. Anyway, you were saying a Dora the Explorer game? What are you fighting?
Yeah, just pick something completely out of like left field.
What are you fighting?
Just inanimate objects, like I don't know,
Like
or have a
math?
crossover with like fight math.
Okay. Yeah.
Like a Final Fantasies Dynasty Warriors spin-off of some sort. Because there's
I'm
dudes
surprised that
with
doesn't
swords.
exist. Holy smokes! Yeah.
Yeah.
And you would just have like random grunts running at you,
Yeah.
or eyeball monsters.
You would have Squall not saying anything with ellipses everywhere, just swinging a sword around and shooting people with his sword, and yeah, it'd be good.
That makes sense. Okay.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, so I put this one note in here. Thanks to James for writing in with a resume for John's museum.
Oh my god!
Oh my
Are you
god.
serious?
Yeah,
Are you
so-
serious?
Yeah. So if you guys want to go to the email account and look that up,
I'm definitely gonna look that up later.
I might look at that later.
he found a real resume and filled it out for you. Of
Oh,
why
I was
he
gonna
should
say,
be-
is it like a serious resume, or is it something that we could jokingly like post on Twitter? Like, this is hilarious. Or like,
I
does
think
it
he
have
has
his
some-
address on it?
I think it has some of his address
Oh,
information on there. Yeah, he was taking this seriously. He really wants to be your night security guard for your museum, for John Wheeler's video game museum.
All right, maybe I'll find a screenshot of it and then like black out stuff like that, just so other people can see it.
God.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's that thing. A different James wrote in. He says this is more of a question for Sean. Not really. It's for all of us. Seeing as he seems to be the most well versed in Pokemon, but if Paul and John want some input, they can answer as well. With Unova being based on New York City and Kalos being based on Paris, which major city in Canada do you think would make a good Pokemon game?
What does that have to do with you being well versed in Pokemon? That's more about like, you're the American. We're the ones well versed in Canada.
To be fair, I'm not American. Just saying.
You are American.
I'm not American. But anyway, yeah. So what cities do you guys think? Like,
Vancouver.
first off, what are the big ones? Vancouver, Waterport City, right?
Yeah.
I feel like Toronto would be the most logical choice, but at the same time,
For like just like the
it's
metropolis
New York.
feel.
Yeah,
With
if we're
the-
going Metropolis.
If you
yeah.
wanted
With
to
the
go like
Paris
weird
stuff?
and crazy, I think Montreal or like Quebec
I was
City or
thinking.
something.
I was thinking Montreal for like
The red
be
light
similar-
district or something.
Well,
Oh my
I wasn't
yes,
thinking
my
that.
favorite part of a Pokemon game, the red light.
The red light district.
Oh, now I'm thinking of just like, somehow some of the Pokemon are like you look like you're kind of a sexy lady
Yeah.
Pokemon, but also a bunny rabbit because you're a Pokemon. Like
You're
they're
talking about
stripping for you.
Gardevoir.
Well, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Why do you know what Pokemon that is?
Gardevoir?
Gardevoir. Oh yeah, sure. Gardevoir is like a sexy lady.
Wait, why do I know what Gardevoir is?
Well, I
It's
didn't know what
it's my
Pokemon's
favorite
the
psychic
sexy
Pokemon. Oh no,
Alright.
there's a lot of Rule 34 of that specific Pokemon.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's more why I was like, why do you know how much Rule 34 there is of this?
Because I am of the internet.
Touche.
Mr. Mime, sexy lady.
I was just,
a second.
yeah, I was just thinking about it. It's like, oh.
Jinx, right?
There is some
Anyway,
politically incorrect answers to this, but yeah.
Only some, huh?
I was thinking Montreal more because of like the Paris vibe, because it just has lots of old architecture or whatnot.
Or if you go up to like Yellowknife or like Inuit or something, if you wanted like a snow city
Yeah,
on the mountains,
yeah.
or Banff.
Banff.
It's one street city with a bunch of shops that are overpriced. That would be
Yeah.
that city.
Yeah, there you go. but like
A
way too many people there.
A regular potion costs like 1,000 gil or something.
Yeah.
Polka
I don't
dollars.
polka dollars. I don't know what the money
Pokes.
is there.
It's polka dollars, yeah.
Pokies.
Anything from Manitoba, if you wanted the most boring town with nothing in it.
And it's well, like really cold winds, you would go Winnipeg maybe. And like all the
Man, I love
mosquitoes.
that. My favorite Pokemon town is the one where you can just tell the character's really cold in that wind.
Is there a mosquito Pokemon? Because if you did one based on Winnipeg, that would all be the only thing that you would find around that area.
Good point. What's the Pokemon most like a mosquito? Tentacool.
Yeah, because they're both annoying and show up everywhere.
And you like never want to see one ever.
I fucking hate a Tentacool.
Yeah, I don't care how friendly this Tentacool is and how much it wants to be friends.
Yeah.
I don't want it in my life ever. Get rid of that
Get
noise.
out. Yes.
Yeah. So.
Don't want no Tentacools.
I don't think anything like. Is there any? There's not really many big cities East Coast, right? At least maybe just because I'm from the West, I don't know of those stereotypes. What you would turn them into?
Like Halifax or something?
Yeah. Is there something in the East Coast, John, where you'd be like this? If it was a Pokemon city, it would be this.
I feel because there's like rocky areas, like a lot of water and shore. I feel like Vancouver almost matches it in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe more forest. Like you'd have forests by like the ocean and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, BC's got a ton of forest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. So kind of.
So what you're saying is, when it comes to the maritime provinces, we basically don't need them because we have BC.
Oh, no.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it'd be a lot more
Like,
fishermen and stuff like that.
PEI is like Cinnabar Island, except way less cool because there's like a volcano on Cinnabar Island, and PEI has potatoes and jellyfish. I guess. I don't know. There's a bunch of cities from Canada.
Yeah. Vancouver is my go-to, probably, if you were going to do one. Because it's a big city, there's forest nearby, there's water. Like, it's the one I would choose.
I've seen a real Pokemon at Vancouver, so
There is that, too. Yeah.
For people who don't know what Vancouver looks like, hey, have you ever been to Seattle? It looks exactly like Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
all right,
very
who's
similar.
next?
Andrew writes in 2 questions. Part 1 is, have you ever done anything in a game just for the bragging rights? I've only done this once. It was playing through a 55-minute long song in a rhythm game.
What the hell? What song was that?
How long is 2112 by Rush? That's technically one song, like, on the whole, for the whole album.
That actually might be it, too. Now I'm thinking about it. 'Cause I was thinking in rock band terms. The whole album is... It doesn't say here.
Probably, like, only 30
The actual
minutes.
song called 2112, like the overture and everything, is 20 minutes.
Right, okay. That song's so good.
The whole album's 38 minutes, apparently.
Yeah, that's still too short. That's not it.
I assume it's probably something they did with, like, Step Mania or something like that. Or OS, or just a custom music game.
Anyways, like, his main question is, have you done anything in a game for bragging rights?
I mean, I guess like endless set lists. I feel pretty
Sure.
proud that I've gone through those.
Sure.
Completing games, playing games on the hardest difficulty.
I feel like if I was one of those crazy people that do like the 3-hour long races in like Forzas and Gran Turismos, that might be worth bragging about. But those people are also insane.
Mm-hmm. They are, in fact, insane. I knew one.
Yeah.
I knew a guy that did one of those. Like,
Yeah, I have a friend who does those too, and I never got it.
Like, I guess not really specifically for bragging rights, because I don't really care.
Well, John, haven't you like played like hard games just because they're super hard or like really fast or something?
Yeah, like stuff like that. Like I guess Super Meat Boy, I Want to Be the Guy, stuff like that.
That could be bragging right-esque.
Yeah. Ninja Gaiden Black did the Master Ninja Tournament.
Trying to think of
Like,
anything.
really
But
high in
did you do that just, or play Super Meat Boy just for bragging rights?
No, because I wanted to play it too. That's the other thing. Because it saying it's just for bragging rights is tricky. Because I just
Yeah.
play games for the sake of playing them.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why I'm like, the only thing I really think of is just completing games because then really you can brag you beat the game completely, even though you were doing it for the enjoyment of the game, presumably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nothing's coming to mind for me.
Yeah. Second question is, what yearly Christmas traditions do you have? I personally watch the Christmas Tree of Might every year.
I watch Die Hard every year, although I just really like watching Die Hard. So,
Do you guys know what the Christmas Tree of Might is?
No.
I have no idea what that is.
I've heard the name.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah, my family ends up usually watching Christmas movies. I've started.
It's a Team 4-star Dragon Ball Z abridged movie.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Great. I'm going to watch that later. Die Hard's a good one.
I've started watching, and my favorite Christmas movie now is Arthur Christmas, but it just came out a couple years ago. But that's probably going to be something I do.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like Charlie Brown Christmas usually comes on.
I really like Jingle All the Way.
Okay, yeah. I found that on DVD this year, so I might start watching that again too.
It's really good.
Which one? Jingle All the Way?
Yeah, first one.
Okay. You gonna watch the second one?
No, I don't think I have the heart.
You got to do it, man. As a huge fan, you got to do it. This is.
But I like Arnold Schwarzenegger fighting Sinbad. I don't know if I like Larry the Cable Guy fighting whoever they picked to be Sinbad.
It's pretty bad when you can't even get Sinbad again.
This is basically the equivalent of when I saw Mean Girls 2 came out, and I was like, I have to see this.
I want to see that.
It's so bad.
Is
it?
It
is really, really bad.
Oh, that's not fun.
It's not fun. It's not a fun movie.
I love Mean Girls 1. It's one of my favorite
movies. Mean Girls 1
movies.
is great. Yeah, Mean Girls 1 is really good. You just watch that again.
Okay.
Don't watch Mean Girls 2.
Watch it twice to make up for Mean Girls 2. Yeah.
And with that train of thought going, John, you have to watch Jingle All the Way too. You have to.
Though.
I'm sure you can find it somewhere.
I don't want to spend money on Jingle All the Way 2, and I don't want anyone to spend money on me to watch Jingle All the Way 2.
John, you already know you're going to watch it at some point. You know it's going to happen.
If it's on Netflix, I'll go see if it's on Netflix.
Fair enough.
You're going to watch it. You know it. There's no way you're going to die without the knowledge of how Jingle All the Way 2 starts and ends. Matt writes in.
Yeah.
What would you do with amiibos if you could involve them in a game?
I would involve them in every game, so it doesn't.
I'd make
feel
it
like
so you unlock a weapon.
Sure.
Dude, what do they do in Captain Toad?
Are they in Captain Toad?
Yeah.
That was one of the games they advertised.
Wait, well, I only have Kirby. Is Kirby in Captain Toad?
Well, none of the amiibos are in Captain Toad. Like, there's not a Toad amiibo.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's wrong with it.
It doesn't say on the box if it does anything. It's just that's what they advertised, was that there will be some amiibo function in Captain Toad.
Okay, well, I don't even it's gonna have to come in an update because I haven't even seen something saying.
Yeah, I don't think there's a prompt for it in the game.
Yeah, so I don't know what they would give me because it's not like there's even items in Captain Toad. What would you do? I would make it. I think it should unlock characters for you, right? That's the obvious thing. That's what they do with Skylanders and Disney Infinity.
I think they should make the Pokemon open world thing with all of the Pokemon lands, and the only way you can catch Pokemon is to buy them.
Do you know how much money they would make from that?
Yeah.
Way too much.
Even just making an MMO Pokemon, they would make way too much money. But I still think they should do the whole, if you buy this character, you get him in the game. That just makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like any other... what is it in Mario Kart?
You unlock suits for your Mii.
Yeah, costumes for your Miis.
Wait, for the characters or for your Mii?
For your Mii.
For the Mii specifically. But they're like character costumes. So
like
it's a Mario costume.
or
that's,
a Mario
that's not good enough because you're still playing as your Mii, which I don't ever want to do.
Right.
You know what?
I would rather not being able to
wasn't
play
that
as
bad.
Mario unless I spend an extra $13. You're right.
Would you rather play as Mario or some dumb-looking character dressed up as Mario? You want to play as Mario.
Right. So I'm saying you shouldn't even be allowed to play Mario when you buy the game. You should have to buy the amiibo to want to play Mario.
I feel like that's not Nintendo's policy. That's
Super
just, like,
fans,
way-
man. If you're a super fan, you're gonna buy it.
That's way too much gouging for Nintendo to do.
As much as I want to be like, you can get the extra characters by buying them, it's like, well, I just would rather just be DLC.
Yeah.
But I think it should, like, it's almost like you can do one or the other. Do you, like, let's say they were going to put, like, I don't know, Captain Falcon in Mario Kart or something. It's like, well, you can buy him for $5, just DLC, or if you buy the figure for $10, it'll also unlock it for you in the game.
I want to use my Samus figure on my little tablet thing and play Samus in Hyrule Warriors.
That would be kind of sweet.
That would be so dumb, but yeah.
One thing we have to note about the amiibos is that they only store one game's worth of info on them right now. So supposedly, if another game that came out that used them like Smash does, then that would have to erase your Smash Brothers file.
That's okay,
That's one
because
thing that
I
they're not
don't
really
like what they're
discussing.
doing in Smash Brothers with it. So I don't care. But
All right.
yeah, I don't like the Smash Bros. Inclusion. I don't like the Hyrule Warriors one at all. The Mario Kart one doesn't seem cool either. Like I also like when in Disney Infinity you unlock levels and stuff too, and stages. Would definitely be cool. But with like Skylanders, you can only get to certain areas if you have this like element. So it's like, well, I'll make sure I get a wind guy or whatever, so I can go to these different areas. Those are cool. I like that. But I really think it should be like if you could play as your amiibo in in Smash, and level them up that way, or like the Pokemon thing, where it's like, hey, I'm gonna bring my Pikachu over and battle you. I'm leveling it up, and you get experience, and it's like a Tamagotchi almost. That just seems like a no-brainer. So, which I guess that's what Skylanders does, right? They level up, and then you can bring it over to your friend's guy and fight with him. Yeah, just do that. Like, it's already done for you. Just copy that. That's my opinion.
Maybe it's patented or something.
Who knows?
Okay. Arthur Led asked, have any of you guys played the Sin and Punishment games? I have played Star Successor on the Wii.
I played a tiny bit of Star Successor, but I have Sin and Punishment on the Virtual Console.
Okay.
I haven't played any. Are they good? Do you guys recommend
I've heard
them?
Yeah.
they're fantastic. They're
Yeah.
treasure games, so I mean, there's not really a bad treasure game.
What did Treasure put out?
Gunstar Heroes, Ikaruga,
Mm-hmm.
McDonald Land's Treasure Adventure,
And that game's good?
apparently. Dynamite Heady, Sin and Punishment 1 2.
I have not played a Treasure game.
Alien Soldier, come on.
They did something very common. I'm trying to think of what the hell it is. It's very likely that people played it, and I can't think of what it is.
I'll look it up.
Bangayo was another game they made.
I'm just going to look it up here.
I'm looking it up too here. Sorry.
Okay.
They made a bunch of Bleach
Ikaruga.
games. Guardian Heroes,
Radiant Silvergun.
Gradius 5, Astro Boy, Omega Factor, Wario World. I think that's the one I was thinking of.
Wario World.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Nintendo, so.
Mm-hmm.
Mischief Makers, Silhouette Mirage.
Oh, they
Radiant
did the
Silvergun.
Tiny Toon Adventures games?
All
Interesting.
of them, or just I
looks
see
like
the Game Boy Advance one.
There's like 3 or 4, or 2 or 3 on here, I thought. There's
I only
Defenders
see
of the
one.
Universe. Oh, wait, canceled. Swing Games took it, I guess. I don't know. This is weird. Anyway, they're good. Especially if you like shmups.
Definitely. They're really big on shoot 'em ups.
If you like shmups, they probably are the best. Maybe. Yeah. You actually put that question in.
He sure did.
All right. I'm not reading it.
I'll do it. Final Deluxe writes in and asks, would you be okay if Link smoked?
No.
No.
Well, I mean, like, what are we talking about? What's he smoking? Like a
Oh,
cigarette?
Jesus Christ. Really?
Oh, here we go. A cigar. Let's say it's a
Okay.
cigar.
Actually, you know what? Yes, if it was a cigar. Okay.
Like he's chewing on that
No,
cigar?
I'm painting.
You want Duke Nukem as Link?
I'm painting the scene for you, right? The new Zelda
right, here we
trailer is apparently going to be announced. Everybody's watching. Link comes out, or like there's black, and there's just like this cigar, like there's just a little bit of light coming from the cigar lighting up a face. Link comes out, takes the cigar out. It's about damn time. Throws it down and just walks off into Hyrule. Perfect.
I think it'd be funnier if he did that, but instead of saying it's about that damn time, he said, "Yeah."
And then just like subtitles translates to "it's about damn time."
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, that would be so good. In reality, no. You shouldn't smoke.
Don't smoke.
No. That's it,
That
though.
would just look weird. You mentioned the thing like, in most games he's a kid.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, no, he shouldn't, because he's a kid.
But there's adult Link.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, but I feel like he shouldn't either. He needs good lung capacity for all the running and stabbing he has to do.
And all the holding his
true.
breath, like, hanging out with the Zoras.
Yeah, all the underwater swimming and such.
Yeah.
If people want to send in questions, it's topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast, or the Facebook group. Again, we have a survey. Check out that survey for Game of the Year stuff. Also, people keep sending in questions of what is our Game of the Year or what is our most disappointing Game of the Year.
Yeah, stop doing that.
We're just not going to answer those questions.
Yeah.
We have a whole podcast dedicated to that. People are also wondering when that podcast is happening. It usually happens somewhere around New Year's-ish. So, just keep your eyes peeled. We'll definitely announce it on the Twitter page and whatnot. But yes, if you have already submitted a question, thanks for doing that. Please only do it once. Don't do it multiple times. And I guess games of the week. That's my game of the week.
Bayonetta 2.
You only had one to choose from. I see that highlight you made on my list, Paul.
Oh, can I just highlight?
I don't know if that was intentional.
Oh, if I was highlighting something, it's this.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait,
Yeah,
really?
I know.
Yeah.
That's actually what I'm thinking.
Out of
saying,
all
too.
of them,
But
if it was between the two, fuck Necrodancer, Isaac. Fuck
Yeah,
Necrodancer.
well, Isaac Rebirth is actually a full game. Oh my god! So I'll explain this. They're highlighting.
It's getting bigger. Didn't mean to do
We
that.
have all of the games listed in a text document, and they're just increasing the size and changing the font color of all of the two games.
Okay, I'm gonna change
I'm going to
this
say
back now.
Isaac because at least out of the two, it's a completed game. But Necrodancer would have been a close second.
I don't remember what size it was supposed to be.
I think 12 point.
Real mature Sean. Writing sucks right after it.
Oh my god.
Oh, this
You
has
two-
gone so bad right
What
now.
have you done? What have you done?
Broke up the formatting.
End the podcast. We'll be here next week.
Wait, we didn't say what my game was. I don't know. I had so much fun playing Game of Thrones. It's got to be that, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Let's end this podcast. See you guys next week.
Bye.